And welcome to another episode of the NeverImage Radio Podcast. I'm Chris Dinardo.
And Pat Bruno.
All right, bro. So we're blessed with a new Band-Maid song.
Yeah.
Reincarnation.
Yes, I checked it out.
What'd you think? Wait, that can't be good.
Well, let me think here. It's a good song. Heavy.
Uh-oh, people. Think we're getting a critique here.
No,
go ahead.
I'm not critiquing, but
do your thing. Do your thing.
It's heavy.
Yes. Much heavier than the last single they gave us.
Yes. The chorus, it's good, but it seemed like I heard it before. It's the type of, you know.
You're keeping it real, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It seemed like I heard that chorus before. I mean, I think what's her name on the solo was great. It's a good solo.
Konami.
Yeah. She really does good solo on that. Sound-wise of the whole song itself, I don't know. I have to hear it again. It seemed like everything was, all the instruments were too high or something. It just seems like everything was just so, like if you hear the kick drum,
correct,
it seemed like it was so loud. You couldn't hear the rest of the drums.
Which
it doesn't take away from the song. I mean, it's still a good song, but I don't know what. I have to hear it again. It seems like maybe.
I don't think you're off in what you're saying at all. But for some of the reasons that you're stating are some of the reasons I like it. I like that they did a natural kick drum in the front mix type of song.
Right.
Because it's a throwback to me, to speed metal.
Okay.
It's a throwback to that where the emphasis was on the kick drums.
Sure.
Where everybody's like running.
Yeah, double bass.
And she's running on those kicks at the start. And in this day and age where all these drummers are using triggers, can't do that, can't pull it off, can't play it in time, can't play it live. The fact that she's coming out of the gate like running on the kick drums, to me, I like. And it's definitely up in front of the mix.
Yeah,
it's a drum-centered mix song.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I do think the mix could be better. But at the same time, and this is what we got to be careful as listeners, if that's what they want,
right,
it's great.
Sure.
It works. If that's the type of mix that they wanted.
Yeah, I think it was up to them if they really wanted to mix or whoever really mixed it. I mean, I think they were going to be happy either way if it was mixed differently or was mixed that way. Or
I think we got to give them credit to being good musicians,
right,
and knowing how to, and this is what, they're in the 4th, 5th record. They put out singles all the time. So these girls know their way around the studio. Yeah. They know what's going on. At this point in their career, they're a lot better. Their ears are a lot better than whoever is going to be working with them.
Yeah.
Unless you go top of the line producer who's doing like top acts, they're successful.
Yeah.
And they're successful because of their songwriting.
No, it works.
So I don't think I put it this way, I don't think a producer is going to sit there and say, this is how we're going to have it mixed. Screw.
Right.
I think it's the other way around. I think we're there like, this is what we want to come forth with that. Yeah. And
was it similar to the last few songs?
Well, wait, okay, here's my issue with it.
I mean, are they being mixed differently to songs?
Oh, forget it. Like the last single they put out,
right,
this is like a different stratosphere, which is why I like them, because when I heard that last song, and the title's escaping me, but it was more poppy, it was more singy, it was floaty. Right. I had a what the hell is this moment with that song.
No, I know the song too. I didn't really care for it, but this one here, this is like
this song makes me love that song a lot better.
Right.
Because now that I know that they can put together a body of work that is, there's no band on earth right now that can go back and forth like that. So that's why I think this song, Reincarnation, is good. So
I like how it was shot though.
And the grimy, dirty 8mm unprocessed film.
That works well. I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it's hard to see anything, but it just works for the, how the song is coming out and everything. It's good.
Hey, that's
It is good.
I stick up for film. Anybody who does film, I'm into it. That was pretty grimy. You know, my issue with the song production-wise and mix-wise, again, if it's what Band-Maid wanted, then the fuck would I think?
It's not horrible at all.
Well, here's my thing. I think because, and I explained this to you, and we run into this problem in the studio a lot as well. When you're a crash drummer, in other words, where you're heavy on your cymbals, when you're always like the crash and you're always in the open.
You're going to hear that on the background.
Yeah, you have to get in there with an EQ and EQ the shit out of them so it doesn't eat up the rest of the mix.
Right.
So to you, it was eating up the rest of the mix.
You know, I listened to it twice, and I heard it through my stereo and through my headphones. So I got two different versions of it.
Right.
And it still kind of was like, it just seemed like everything was out in front. You know, like the guitars were so loud, the drums were so loud, and I don't know. I mean, it's a good song. I like it. You know,
I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the chorus. I enjoyed the songwriting. I enjoyed everybody playing on it. I even enjoyed our little pigeon Poe girl getting her little wheel on the guitar. As soon as I saw that, I started like clapping because I want her to be more.
Yeah, you were telling me about that, how to check it out, see what you were talking about. And you know, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, so I thought it was great. And again, it's an attacking song. That's not easy to do. That's not easy to just come out and you know, kick the shit out of a mix.
Overall, good song. I mean, it's a heavy song. You know, heavy song. Then it goes to that catchy chorus part, and it works well. You know, it's you could tell it's them. You know,
I like it, and the body of work that they're doing. I love that they're flipping different scripts, and different songs. And hey, this one might not be for you, but the next one might, And I can enjoy the body of work.
Well, that's what they're looking to do.
I just think that they're great songwriters. So, as far as the mix goes, I think, and again, I don't want people to think that I'm like criticizing another band and how they should sound. You know, it's not like because I can get snooty with film.
Right.
I'm not putting down the way they mixed this or produced it, because if it's what they wanted and they wanted that chaos, craziness,
they got it.
You know, stuff going on.
Yeah.
Because they do a lot of clean songs and a lot of clean records.
Right.
The fact that they shot it in 8mm and it was dirty and grimy, I'm thinking they wanted the song to go along in the same way.
Sure.
So for me, it all works. I think it's great. So Band-Maid, thank you for another great song. And listen, we're not going to be one of those, you know, reacting people where we're going to sit and watch the video and put our face there, and then you see us react like, oh, and then, you know, that's not what it's about, you know, for us. I enjoyed the song. That'll be good with that. So thank you, Band-Maid. So I enjoyed it.
Good job.
And that's cool. You got a little Iron Maiden news for us.
Well, I don't have Iron Maiden news. I know we were talking a while ago about some of our greatest shows that we've seen
a
while back, and I wanted to mention if you had actually a bad show you ever went to go see, a band that you wanted to go see and you didn't enjoy it.
Why, Iron Maiden, was that for you?
I got a story, so. Good. Well, listen, we went, it was me, Davey, and Anthony.
Okay.
Did I ever told you about that?
No, I think you all did.
Horrible, dude.
So Pat and a bunch of our friends went to go see Iron Maiden, and it just happened to be the tour where they were not playing any of the classic Iron Maiden songs. So they were subjected to listening to an entire new Iron Maiden album, which wasn't that good.
Listen, I wasn't. I don't care if it was or it wasn't.
You're going there for the Trooper.
Sure.
You want to hear Number of the Beast.
I'm old school Maiden.
Right.
I want to talk old school Maiden all day, but stuff. Listen, I'm not saying their stuff is bad or anything.
It's pretty good.
I just don't follow it anymore.
It's pretty good. It's just, you know, you want to feel the magic.
So, I don't know what they opened up with. They might open up a classic or something, and then Dickerson goes, "We're going to play the whole record." Bro, no lie, the boos, right? The boos.
People were booing?
Booing. All right, so we're standing. Next song, we're still standing. Next song, plop, we're sitting. Next song, look around. The whole arena's sitting, right? And, you know, we're not even looking at each other right now. You know, Anthony and Dave, we're just like, okay. We're just sitting there. I mean, just sitting at an Iron Maiden concert. It's impossible. So they finished all the bullshit.
Right.
So, okay, the encore comes out. Of course, they do the Trooper, Run to the Hills, and another song. I don't remember what it was, right? So everybody gets up. It's like a concert now. Everybody's going crazy. Boom, lights go out. They leave. Fucking booze again, bro. Everybody started fucking booing right after the end of the show. Bro, I never been to a band like that, or any classic band or great band. They got booed, and they deserved it. Because listen, if you want to hear those type of music, you do it in a smaller setting.
Or play 3 songs from the album. Mix it in.
4. I don't care.
Mix it in.
Listen,
you know?
majority of fans are going to that. It's going to hear the classic Maiden songs. You're not going to go hear the whole new record. Listen, I respect the record. You know what I'm saying? You want to play a couple tracks, that's great. But, bro, they booed when he announced it, and he booed when the lights went off, dude. So they played the 3 classics, and they left. And the crowd was like, they deserve to get booed, dude. Listen, great band. I would never really boo Maiden. I mean, I love Maiden, but just... it felt like they deserved to be booed that night.
All right.
Horrible night. We didn't even talk about it. We got in the car and we just like drove. Never said, oh man, that was great. Did you believe, I can't believe they played that one. You know, so we just like got in the car.
How much money we wasted.
Right. We just dropped each other off and we never talked about it since. You know, it's like that bad.
I'm trying to think of a show I have like that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can beat that one.
No, you know what? Everybody I go see, because I'm not one who goes to, I mean, I used to, but now it's the same thing with film. I can only go see a band that I love. I can't go see a band that I'm just like, we'll go to the show. I mean, when you know, when you're younger, you go see fucking anybody.
You want to hear this one?
Here we go. What is it?
The 23rd. I don't know if I should say this on the air, but I'm going to see the Google Dolls. You might have to edit that out. I'm going because somebody wants to go.
Oh, sure.
It's, you know, I'm never going to a Google Doll concert, but you got to do it once in a while. You know what I'm saying? What?
I got no comment.
Right.
You know, hey, sometimes it's
a night out. I look at when I went to go see Kiss,
for a job.
Night out. That's all it is. It's a night out.
Or a certain type of relationship. Somebody's got to take their daughter or their sons, or
yeah, I know a couple songs though.
I'm sure there's a lot of metalheads that, you know, take their daughters to like Taylor Swift.
Sure.
You know, or take their girlfriends to go see this or that.
You gotta do it, you know. It'd be fun.
Yeah. You know what? Good on you for putting it out there. A lot of people wouldn't admit that. Yeah. That's good for you. You know, and you know what? I want to review. I'll
review it. Well, I'll be fair about it.
Seriously, be fair.
I don't think they're going to stink. I mean, I know they're a professional band. They've been around a long time. I mean, I'm sure they're going to play well and sound well. I mean, listen, there's a few songs we know from them. I mean, that's all I know is like the 2-3 big hits they had.
I'll say this. There's about 20 groups that I would never go see. And I would go see the Goo Goo Dolls before I saw any of them.
Okay.
I'll just say that. I mean, I think that's the only good thing I could say. Didn't they used to be on Metal Blade Records too, back in the day?
I don't know.
Pretty sure. I think so.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's good with that.
So I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
You know.
So that's cool.
Listen, it's Atlantic City. You know.
What's one band that you would like to see that you never saw? And I don't mean like greatest ever. It's just maybe a band that you haven't seen that you want to see.
We talked about it once before, Rush.
No, we're talking about bands that are still playing.
Oh.
Still active. I got one I definitely want to see.
Believe it or not, I never got to see AC/DC. I mean...
I might go to that, but I hate stadium shows.
Yeah.
Awful.
No, I do too. Stadium shows is just... The sound just travels, dude. It doesn't bounce off of anything.
One band I want to see, even though it's not the original lineup, I want to see Cheap Trick. I've never seen them.
Why is it not the original lineup?
Well, the drummer's left about...
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he left about 5 years ago. And
didn't know that.
No, he left probably a while back he left.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not in the group anymore. That's one underrated, really good rock and roll band. They don't get enough credit, as far as I'm concerned, with their body of work, the history, the fact that they're still going, the fact that, you know, Robin could still sing his ass off.
Oh, yeah.
Where most guys his age sound like, you know, a dying quail.
Yeah.
He sounds great.
He does.
Rick could still wail on the guitar. They're fun. You know, I love their songs. Cheap Trick's one of those bands that I gotta check out. It's almost like embarrassing that I haven't seen them ever. You know, it's embarrassing.
Listen, they still go around. They do those shows at those you know, pavilion shows. They do.
Robin's gonna be singing on Ace's new album.
Is it?
Yeah, he's doing a Humble Pie song. He's singing.
Okay.
So Ace said that he had trouble singing it, and when he sang it, it just didn't sound good. So he
did you know the song?
He knew the song. He said, but when he laid the vocals down,
but you know the song? Wait.
It's a Humble Pie song. I might have. No, actually, I don't.
Okay.
But Robin came in, like, sang the shit out of it, supposedly, and it's getting released.
Okay.
So, and I'm excited to do our cover of Surrender.
Yeah. I got a little taste of it. Nice.
I'm happy about that. I mean, you know, some singers are so good that the song is a lot of fun when you hear it, and when you're able to play it and sing it and it comes to life with the whole band and you play it live. It's an exciting song. I know that a million people have covered that song, but to me it's the greatest rock and roll song of all time. So it's going to be fun to do.
Yeah.
Cheap Trick don't get enough credit. There's so many great songs that they have.
They are a good band, dude. I mean, you know, especially they came out of the 70s and they got that 70s sounds and the earlier stuff. And they had that one big major hit in the 80s too.
The Flame.
Yeah, that was a big song. I know, it was a big, that song's still been played today. You know, besides Surrender and I Want You to Want Me, I guess the name of the song is.
Dream Police.
Yeah. Well, you don't hear that too much, Dream Police, on the radio anymore.
I don't. Who the hell listens to the radio?
Exactly.
what is that?
You're right. Yeah, sometimes in my car, I still spin the radio here and there. You know.
I just I have my playlist on Spotify that I rock, and that's that. Or I when I get on YouTube, and sometimes I'm just sitting there. I mean, getting in that YouTube. Man, you could start off on something and then end up like.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time.
You know, I could start like. You know, watching like Band-Maid videos and then end up with like, you know, an old lady making a fucking Monty Gaunt, you know, and I'm like riveted. Yeah. You can go like, YouTube is the greatest thing that ever happened to the internet or anything. It's just so awesome.
There's this guy buying computer parts, right? And there's some like gold in it or something. And he's got the solution and then he's like putting it in there and the gold foil is like coming off the stuff and stuff. So he's like collecting gold out of this stuff and he's mixing it and draining it. And after he was done, he's got like a little amount of like gold flakes like out of computer parts. I'm like, I don't know how I ended up on that, but it was interesting, you know, that somebody would like think about trying to get like little gold out of like parts and stuff from computers.
Yeah, YouTube could be great. It's awesome. So no, I guess I just wanted to talk about Cheap Trick and kind of started talking about YouTube or whatever. So no, it's I got some other news. I don't know if you want to hear it.
What's that?
I know how the Star Wars movie ends. I'm not going. Officially, I declared that in the last show we did. I'm not going to see it. They're not getting my money. I have no interest. And now that I know the ending, I'm definitely happy I'm not going.
Hey, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't, because I want to go see it.
Okay, first off, you got to say, how the hell does Chris know the ending of Star Wars? Who could he have talked to that he's going to find the ending of Star Wars? Do you actually believe that I could get the ending of Star Wars?
Would you talk to George Lucas?
Do you actually think about that? Do you trust that I got information about? So you can be totally honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to hear it though.
Oh, come on. Let me tell you. All right. I can't guarantee 100% that.
All right, well, write it down, and when I go see it, and then we'll see if
but
you're
the
right.
people might want to know.
Yeah, but it's not.
How do you know I'm going to ruin it? Like, how, you don't know. Like, how could I possibly know the ending of the new Star Wars?
Well, you say you know it.
Okay, so do you believe that?
Yes, I do. Because you won't be saying it.
I got some information, and I can't 100% back it up.
Yeah, you shouldn't say it then, because you're not going to look good.
But I know what happens. Okay, let me just tell you this. You ready?
Who comes back?
I'm
right?
No.
Oh.
Let me just tell you. It'll be good. I promise. And I can't guarantee that it's correct. And if it's correct, I'll give you $100.
No, I don't want your money.
It doesn't matter. I just on principle. Because I'm just...
No, I don't want the money. What, am I going to take $100 from you?
I'm pretty sure that there's only 2 people that survived this movie. Actually, a person and a robot survived this movie. Everybody else dies.
Really?
Yeah.
Or it's like a big nuke?
No. I just think that what they're doing is getting the ultimate battle between the Emperor, Palpatine, the evil guy.
Right.
And one character. And that character is going to defeat him and then go away to another planet. And then they're going to ask that character who they are, and they're going to say, I'm so-and-so Skywalker. And that's going to be the end of the movie.
You made that up?
We don't know if I'm making it up.
All right.
So, and then, but everyone dies getting this character to get to that moment. And there's actually, what would you call a face turn, to use a wrestling term?
Face?
A face turn, when somebody's bad turns good.
Right.
That happens with one of the characters.
Okay.
And then that character ends up dying as well.
Okay. So you must have heard it from somebody actually saw the screening or something.
I can't say that with certainty, but it's horrible. It's so horrible the way they're writing it, the way they have it planned, the way these 3 movies are. I don't even want to go near it. I am sickened by Star Wars. Every time the commercials come on, I feel sick. And this is from a person who was obsessed with them and loved the original Star Wars story, and even the prequels. They weren't the greatest movies ever, but they didn't destroy it. You know
what? I was when it came out, I was so against those.
You were?
I didn't watch those until years later.
I mean, they're not the greatest of films.
I didn't care at all.
But compared to The Last Jedi and Force Awakens, they're Apocalypse Now. I mean, they're just they destroy them.
Now listen, nothing beats the 3 original. That's it. Bottom line.
But what happens is, what they've done to this, and because Disney wants to strengthen a certain female character and make her the greatest thing ever, that they're, ripping down everything else that came.
Well, they do that in Marvel, Avengers.
Yeah, it's horrible. So I can't tell you the movie?
It just did.
Well, I really didn't tell you it.
I mean, listen, that's enough, I guess. You gave it a big tease.
All right. So I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I'm not going now.
No, I'm going to be going now.
I wasn't
No, you
going.
told me everything. What happens now? What the hell?
Oh, come on. Don't you want to see everybody just, do everything for one character?
Listen, I'm just going to go because it's Star Wars. That's it.
I'm not giving them my money.
What is it, $20, whatever it is? Who cares?
Are you going to go the day it comes out?
No, I never do that, dude.
All right, so what?
When I go to a movie theater, I want nobody in the theater, dude. I wait a freaking few weeks or something.
All right, so what I just want you to know that one of the characters, do you know who has the face turn? Can you think? Who would you predict to have the face turn?
I don't even know, dude. Really?
Anyway, there's one character who's bad. He turns good. He then helps the main character that's going to save everybody, and then he ends up dying. And then it's one-on-one Palpatine, against this character, and then this character wins. Everybody else is dead. She goes to this planet. Oh, I just said she. That kind of gives it away. And identifies herself as so-and-so Skywalker, and that's how it is. Stupid. Horrible. I'm glad I'm not going. They ruined it. That's it. All right. Fuck Star Wars. I'm so disappointed in that franchise. I'm so disappointed in Disney, but then,
Well, think about it. It's over. That's it. You should be happy.
Well, I am happy.
Well, as I'm saying, it's over. You have to probably hear about it for another maybe 10, 15 years when they decide to freaking crank a few more of them up,
Yeah, I'm not even into the Mandalorian or anything like that. I'm just so over it. And this is from somebody who loved Star Wars. Like, I would have watched, and if they did this right, I would have been spending countless amounts of money on merch, on going several times to the theater, the Blu-rays, the posters, just how I am when I like something, as you could see. I like to broadcast it a little bit.
I think a lot of it might be newer generation of people that kind of dig the new Star Wars.
No, from what I see.
Well, don't forget, it's been a long time since the originals. A lot of people.
No, because great storytelling is not mutually exclusive to a generation or a political belief. So all these people that are bitching and moaning about the politics, they could go, shit in their hat too.
It's possible though. A lot of fans probably weren't even born when the originals were out.
It doesn't. No. All these people that are bitching about politics, about it, that it's shit writing, and what they're trying to do is take one character and build her into the greatest thing ever, and destroy everything else to prop her up. And that's the problem with this story. That's been the problem with this story from day one. Even when you go back to The Force Awakens, everything is about this character. And it's about Rey, the whole thing. Every single second of Star Wars is now about her. None of it matters. And that's what sucks. It's the shit writing. And the last director, when he did The Last Jedi, dude, honestly, I don't want to take up another show about this stuff because I could just go on and on. I can't stand it. It hurts.
It's over. It'll be over. Another 6 months of it. That's it.
Yeah, let's change the subject to something a little more upbeat.
We want to do bad mouth kiss a little bit. They got a bunch of news too.
Oh my god. Let's talk about something good that came out of the Kiss world. And that would be Bruce Kulick and his band.
Oh, yeah. Always, dude. Always. You know what? They actually announced another Kiss cruise.
Mm-hmm.
I might just go just to see Bruce Kulick play, dude, if he plays it. I mean, dude, his stuff that he's playing with that band, I mean, the rarity to some of these songs.
That's nice to hear them live.
It's great. And they sound good. The singer, he sounds great. He's not that metal singing guy. Like, you can't listen to this guy. He just sings the songs perfect. Every Paul Stanley song he does great.
Mm-hmm.
You even mentioned that guy.
Yeah, the bass player sounds Gene.
It sounds like Gene. It's just such a great mix, man. And from Carnival of Soul to Asylum to Animalize,
Hot in the Shade.
Hot in the Shade. They covered it all, dude. Great stuff, man. Bruce is
he's the shining star of the whole Kiss world to me.
I mean, how great is listening to like King of the Mountain, you know what I'm saying? Like live. It comes out good, man.
And I'm never going to spin those albums, but to hear those songs live, I can enjoy it.
Me too.
That's a nice night out. I would go see that tour.
From Animalize. What's the opening? I Had Enough Into the Fire. That's a great song. And to hear that live, and the guy's singing, that's not an easy song to do.
It's not.
The vocals in that is like,
that whole "This Is the Hour Now" part.
Yeah,
that is not.
And he does it, man. It's good.
And Bruce's solos are like right off the album.
Yeah.
Like right off the album. And the way he sounds, the way he's playing it is perfect.
Well, Bruce is a professional. That guy's the type of guy when he's doing something, he's going to go home and do his homework and, you know, make sure he's going to, you know, he's going to perform well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I think, you know, a lot of people are like, you know, don't like the Revenge lineup. I think you know, it was talented. Those were some great shows.
I love the Revenge.
The Revenge tour was fun.
I did it. I enjoyed it. Out of all the 80s stuff, that was my favorite one.
Well, I got to say that I enjoyed Madison Square Garden, seeing the Hot in the Shade tour. Okay. And it was Eric Carr's what ended up being his last show. That was a fun night. Yeah. I enjoyed that. But I also enjoyed the set list on the Revenge tour. When they changed it up, they started adding a lot of things.
I think they started putting I Want You in there.
No, I Want You was from Hot in the Shade.
That's right. But they still played the Revenge too.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they did.
I don't remember. Yeah, I know that they did. I know they did. Got to Choose when I saw them.
Right.
Creatures of the Night.
Oh yes. Well, they opened up with it. Yeah, they opened up with it.
So Christine 16.
Right. They threw in. I think they did Tears Have Fallen at the time too.
Couple of shows. Yeah.
Well, they made it on the Kiss Alive 3.
Yeah.
That was a freaking dude. Did you hear the mix on that? Oh God, so bassy.
That was horrendous.
It was, man.
It was bad.
It was just, and then that total fake crowd noise. How that was at least the Alives, the early Alives actually kind of sounded like. This one was like you could tell that they were like raising the volume and putting it back down. It's like it sounded live, but then it sounded like a studio record.
Well, Eddie Kramer taped concerts.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. It's like, I mean, the beginning of what I love is going from side 3 to side 4. When you hear people chanting for Kiss and you hear that that it comes in and out of phase. It sounds like a flanger.
Yep.
Like taking off with the chanting the name.
Yep.
So yeah, that's cool. And then Alive 2 starts with, it sounds like people are just like throwing chairs and lighting fireworks off when you're one of the best. And it's like right in your face. That's great. I mean, I love Alive 2. You know, even though it's like studio to death, I like Alive 2. It was, to me, that's what like
that was
hit me with Kiss.
Yeah, that's their top of their game at that time.
Sure.
You know, so they were definitely one of the hottest bands at that time. But nothing wrong with that record though. I like the
Alive
songs.
2?
Yeah, I think that the tempo and majority of the songs were just way too fast on all of them.
See, that's what I like about it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I mean, like Christine 16 should be that fast. Even a God of Thunder just seemed like everything was kind of.
I don't know. To me, I like it because all of a sudden, Shout It Out Loud became a punk song.
Yeah, you're right. Because it has to be fast.
It's like a punk song. And to me, it sounds way better at that tempo.
Well, it probably does. But some of those songs, I think, they're not. I'm doing a karate chop. Here we go. We're gonna break the table here. It seemed like every song was just sped up, and some of those songs just didn't need to be sped up.
Yeah, but if you listen to how Peter Criss was playing on that tour, you know, the whole Love Gun Alive 2 tour, he was
coked up.
I don't know. I don't want to say that, but he was excited to be there for those shows, and it comes out. All right, I got a question for you. What are the best or your favorite live Kiss performances, song-wise, that stand out for you? If you had to do like a top 5 real fast.
Okay. I know I Stole Your Love from Magic Mountain.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's great stuff right there. I can play that. I can watch that every time on YouTube, that one. Oof.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Largo, I Want You.
Okay.
Peter flips the kick snare. So instead of you could dan da 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 da, and then when it goes to the every day that you hesitate, so Peter's like doom to pa to doom doom pa doom to doom it like flips it, and it almost turns it into like a hip hop beat.
Right.
So Paul starts. If you watch it, go to Largo.
Okay.
I Want You.
I think I know already.
And listen to the way Peter.
Actually, one of my favorite.
Listen to the way Peter plays that song. It's so different than he's ever played it live before. So I'm gonna go with that. What else you got? Anything off Winterland is great too, by the way.
Yeah, I used to play the shit out of
Oh my God, what a great show that is. I love Kiss as a club band.
I had the bootleg of that when I was a kid, man.
I love Kiss as a club band. That's such a great. They're vicious in a club.
I know I Stole Your Love was one of them. For some reason, that Magic Mountain performance just, I wish that was all shot, that whole show. I mean, that would be like #1 right there, dude. I mean, I guarantee, because they were shot in film. You know, you can't beat that.
Right.
I don't know, offhand, I just don't.
I'm going to go with anything off the Animalized Live Uncensored concert, even though I can't stand 80s Kiss. And I can't stand Animalize the album. They were on fire that night. That show was great. That version of Young and Wasted with Eric singing.
Yep.
I'll take that any day of the week. I'll throw that in there too.
I remember I recorded that when they were on the MTV concert.
Right.
So I recorded it. And then, you know, years later, actually, I got the DVD of it, and you know, it had so many songs on it that weren't on it, man. They were like, oh my God, it was just getting better and better.
Right.
Dude, we were talking about playing the shit out of it. Dude, I must have got the, it wasn't DVD yet.
It was a VHS.
VHS.
Yeah.
It was 80, I had it in 85, 86. I bought it. And, dude, man, I just kept playing. I just loved it, man. Everything from. And they got rating. Yeah. And the crowd goes crazy. And you know what? The crowd was great. You know, those guys in the front row over there, they were just loving it, man.
It was...
Yeah, they had Thrills in the Night. That was cool to hear Thrills in the Night. What else did they have on there? That was
Young and Wasted, Fits Like a Glove.
Fits Like a Glove.
Yeah, the whole... Dude, I'm with you on that. I used to just throw that in and just let it play.
Yep.
You know, I didn't care about anything else. I must have watched that concert.
Oh, you just take Detroit Rock City. How fucking fast they're playing that song.
You have to go back and watch that concert. It's brutally fast.
They're like, and it sounds good. It doesn't sound like it's being rushed or anything. It just sounds great.
Eric Carr.
Yep.
Eric Carr.
Ice drumming was great.
Eric Carr. He had them flying, and it was great. And Bruce stepped in and soloed the shit out of that.
Yeah, and they had the Black Diamond when they changed the Black Diamond. Actually, they did that in Creatures, actually.
Right, with the tank.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I got another one. Another one I love is their version. Again, I got to throw it to Eric Carr. It's a version of Shandy from the Unmasked tour. And
Australia?
Yeah. The way he's... The way he's using the ride and... Paul's guitar playing. I don't even think Ace is plugged in at that point. Because I could see Ace playing, and I just can't pick up what rhythm he's playing. Could you?
I think a few of those songs were overdubbed. I think Detroit Rock City was definitely overdubbed.
Yeah,
I think Shandy was, and there might have been another song. Because if you listen to Detroit Rock City, and they go right to Cold Gin, or not Cold Gin, they go to Strutter. There's a major different sound. Even in the instruments. Dude.
Wait, so they go from Detroit Rock City.
What was the second song? I can't remember the second song, but you can hear it. It's like you could tell Paul Stanley was overdubbing his voice on Detroit Rock City. 100%. 100%. I think Shandy too.
Was Shandy the second song?
No. I can't remember. It was either Strutter or Cold Gin. I know Cold Gin sounds weird for a second song. Oh no, was it King of Nighttime World? I can't even remember.
No, King of Nighttime World was at the end. I think I hear what you're saying. I think it was Detroit Rock City and then Cold Gin, and then they go into Strutter.
Yeah.
And then after Strutter, Shandy.
Yeah.
You know.
But you can hear the difference of the songs though. It seems like they were overdubbed.
Well, Animalize is overdubbed.
Oh, big time.
So I'm gonna say that Shandy live I love that. It was a great version of that song. It's heavy. Eric Carr's drumming is just amazing in that song. The offbeats, the work of the ride cymbal, just sounded great. What else? I got more, man. I keep going here.
If you want to, we can throw them all in there. I mean, they're all great, I guess, one way or another.
A version of a song that I would never thought I would like from Japan. I believe it's 77 or 78. You know, off that Lost Alive 2. Mm-hmm. Their version of Cold Gin on that is amazing.
Really?
It's heavy. It's fast. It's different. It's really good. I love that Lost Alive 2 concert.
I did too.
Check out the version of Cold Gin on that. Yeah. That's pretty banging.
What you call everything and Unplugged.
Oh.
Listen, they sounded great that night.
Yeah.
I mean, really. I mean, I don't know if they went in the studio and touched anything up. I don't know if they did or didn't. But the vocals, the harmonies, they sounded great.
Yeah.
Just stripped down and, just right from the get-go, man. Every song worked well.
Well,
sure know something.
Yeah, I like what Bruce played at the end of that. Yeah. That little
that little guitar lick. Yeah.
Yeah, I was good. So you're saying the whole concert?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the whole concert was great, dude.
When you think about it, the Kiss Unplugged was one of the best set lists they ever put together.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you're sitting down there, I remember I was watching it. I was in California at the time and I was watching it with other Kiss fans. And we're like, oh, we're gonna get Cold Gin, Rock and Roll Night, Detroit Rock City. So when they like, and they were in the Coming Home, we were all like, whoa.
If you take out Rock and Roll All Night, pretty much majority of songs have really never.
That's what floored me.
Plaster Caster.
But you know why? The producer of MTV picked the songs.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Alex Coletti, I think was his name, and he was a big Kiss fan.
Well, I heard too that if Ace and Peter were not involved, they would have never got the gig. I don't know if that's true.
It's probably true. I mean, they were,
Well, that started the whole reunion right there. So it was good that did happen. You know what I'm saying? Because we might have not have got it. But yeah, that whole show works well.
Yeah. So all right. So you're gonna put that whole concert up there?
I mean, I guess we were just talking about it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I would just want to pick one song off for that. But
no, I think certain shows and certain.
Well, you
things.
take the whole Animalize.
Yeah, that was good. I
mean, shit.
I mean, the Oath on Fridays would have been great if Paul was in tune.
Yeah.
Oh my God, somebody was not in tune. Something wasn't right there.
Ace rips a solo on that.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah.
I love The Elder. I'm telling you, one day I'm just going to do a show on The Elder and how much I love it and how great it is. And you can sit there and go to sleep and shake your head because I know you hate it. But that's a great album.
Yeah, so, it grew on me over the years. Like Under the Rose.
Dude, I would
never care for that song, but
take out Just a Boy and take out Odyssey, and you got one of the heaviest Kiss albums ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Take those two songs out and put any two Kiss songs in that they had around at that time, and that's a heavy ass album. But all
right, take kind of the weaker albums, because not weaker, but say I'll pull Dynasty and Unmasked. Okay,
right.
Do you put The Elder ahead of those? I'm not saying they're weak albums, but I just want to throw those out because I don't want to throw like Love Gun and Destroy or whatever. I'm just saying. I like those albums for different reasons. I know, but would you say I'm not going to like... well, you have to ask yourself, is like... If you want to rank it, those three albums. I'm going to say Gene's work on The Elder was way better than what he contributed on Unmasked and Dynasty. Dynasty was all Frehley too. Yeah. Frehley has some good stuff on Dynasty. Yeah. He really did. I mean... But he didn't do nothing on Dynasty. What did he have? Charisma, and what was the other one? X-Ray Eyes. X-Ray. Jesus Christ, man. Man. Like you're in a band with somebody and they come to you with a song. I got a chorus, guys. I got X-Ray Eyes and I can see right through your lies. That's when you're like... What about Charisma, though? That's... gee, I wonder why Ace wanted to leave the band. Charisma was just as bad. The charisma,
but charisma's got a certain.
It did have that kind of rocking guitar.
It's got a swagger to it, even though he's singing about like whatever he's singing about, how great he is. Charisma's got a certain style to it that it stands out. The only thing that saves X-Ray Eyes is Ace's like solo. It sounded like it was like lasers getting shot all over the place. So that's what it is. So you said that you heard that they're going to wrap up the final Kiss show ever. What's going on with that?
Yeah, they announced the date.
The date or the year?
The date too. I think it's 2021. I think it's July 7th.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't pick a location though. They said New York though. So I mean, they're probably just. I mean, that's it's a long time from now too. So I think they're gonna try to make people start booking or thinking about actually, maybe doing a vacation around that time or something like that. You know what I'm saying? See,
I'm not going.
Oh, we know that.
I'm not unless it's a full concert. And again, I don't think this should happen because I just think that the ship has sailed. I don't need to see this. I saw Ace, Peter, Paul, and Gene together.
Yeah.
Why do I want to see them now? That's like here's the thing. If I was younger and my father was a wrestler and I used to go to his matches, right? As a 3 and 4 or 7-year-old or whatever, and I loved my father and he was wrestling and he kicked ass. And now I'm 50 or 60 years old. I don't want to see my father go in the ring and wrestle again. I don't want to see him put on the uniform.
Right.
I don't want to see him go. It's not going to be pretty. I'm going to end up seeing my dad get carried out on a stretcher.
Yeah, but it was weird about.
Or be the worst match ever.
In 2021, Gene will be like 72 years old. I mean, it's like, holy shit.
And
man.
when you said you saw them, they were having trouble getting around the stage. Like, it was slow.
They weren't moving at all, dude. They were just, I did for like, when we open up with Detroit Rock City, you got a little blood going, making the moves. And then by the third, fourth song, man, you're not swaying no more. You're saving it for like the big spots, like Paul Stanley flying over. And anyway, that's what they said. Will it change? Will it do it? I don't know, dude. They said they're going to end it. That's the date, I think, was 2020.
But why would anybody go see this lineup in some final capacity when the lead singer's lip syncing?
Why anybody? I mean, dude, they've been doing pretty well on this tour.
No, I'm not saying, hey,
it's not like nobody's going.
Yeah, people,
I mean, I don't know if they're going to sell out a stadium or they're going to just do an arena. I don't know about that. But I'm just saying that there is people going to go.
Yeah, but to me, as a Kiss fan, I'm not concerned about people. I'm a diehard Kiss fan, okay? I consider myself a diehard, and, there's different types of diehards. Kiss fans will, like, argue.
It's like Star Wars.
Yeah, Kiss fans will, like, argue about anything, you know? It's like, we'll agree, we'll have a great time, we could listen to music, we can do that, but at some time, it's just like...
have a debate, yeah.
And that's fine.
It's almost like the Star Wars thing, what I'm saying?
No, it's not like the Star Wars thing because at least Kiss, even though they did things that certain fans don't like, it's not like what Disney did to Star Wars. It's not. So forget that. I just think that they're better off using Kiss tours with different people in makeup where you don't know who's playing Kiss. And at the end of the tour, that was so-and-so on the guitar, where you can like figure out, kind of getting back in the day where we didn't know what they looked like, who they were.
That's an interesting,
so it's almost like, every year it's a different lineup.
Is it gonna be like famous people or just
yeah,
or just regular?
It could be famous people, could be Joe Schmo, could be so-and-so's playing that. Like, think about this. We're Band-Maid fans. Would you go see Kiss if Konami was in Ace makeup? How awesome would that be? With her poses, the way she looks, the hair and everything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like Dave Grohl as like Peter Criss.
Well, listen, that'll be fun. Without a doubt.
For a couple of shows, like that's where Kiss has to go.
Well, that's not a bad idea because they keep talking about that 2.0.
Yeah, forget that. And there could be unknowns because that's how people get discovered. Like, if we're doing it like that, then sign me up. I'll be Peter Criss one night. I'll be friggin' Ace Frehley one night. I got no problem with that. But to ask me to be what Tommy Thayer's doing with this band, hell no.
You can pull off Paul one night.
I don't know if I want to. Like when I look at the Kiss stage, it's like I feel Peter. I feel Ace Frehley.
Paul would be a tough one.
Paul, I don't have that feminine.
No, you can't do it.
I don't have that.
No, you're right. It's not everybody. Can't do that. I
could do Peter, and I could certainly do Ace Frehley.
Or she probably could do Gene too.
No, I can't do Gene.
No,
he's like the monster. He goes some. You gotta own Gene if you're gonna do Gene. And when you can't do Gene, you look stupid.
Yeah. Well, Gene's starting to look like that tribute guy.
Yeah.
That old guy, out of shape guy. He's just dressed up.
The pictures I saw of him, he looks like Grandpa from the Munsters.
He does. You're right.
It's like weird, like certain profiles. I'm like,
he is.
Oh man, you gotta just, like I said, I don't want to go see my dad's wrestling matches. Not that my father was a wrestler. He was not a wrestler. I'm just using that as an example where, but if Kiss is smart, they should just do like a tour, like a Broadway thing, and let, so-and-so from each band be there and do it that way.
Yeah, people might buy that. If it's done well, I think people can buy that.
Let Paul and Gene handle all the special effects and do all that stuff and kind of do that.
Listen, with those guys, if there's money to be made, they're not going to say no.
Right.
I mean, they'll do anything to make money, those two guys, dude. And that's why they prolong it. I mean, to 2021. I mean, it's like, who does that?
Well, think about it. If you do it that way,
plans something 2 years in
they could also do residencies where they take over like Radio City Music Hall for 2 weeks. Sure. And then, so-and-so is going to be doing Paul Stanley for like, two
exactly.
weeks,
It's like a play, Broadway play type of character. Like you'll play, like and when Paul did Phantom, the opera, he played it for a few weeks.
Right. So that's where I see Kiss going, and that could work because you know what? Because I don't want to see like No Name Fred,
right?
And some tribute band from like wherever go up there and play that because after a while you're just like, dude, give me the fucking guitar.
Yeah,
you're destroying this, and you can't watch it. It's almost like
Yep.
It's just bad news. But if you had professionals that came out and kicked ass, with a little element of acting and obviously playing and stage wise and everything,
of course,
I'm all for it. That I would go see. So, and I think Konami would be great as Ace Frehley. I just want to say that. So.
She probably would look good in the makeup too.
She has Ace's face.
Yeah,
it's like, and she hits his poses too. It's like really cool.
It'd be interesting.
Konami from Band-Maid. If any Kiss fans are like, why does he keep saying Konami over and over? Go see Band-Maid, guys. And all right, so dude, we this is the last episode of the season. We did 10 episodes, and this is it now. We don't start filming until I guess the next batch of shows.
Oh, interesting. Maybe we'll do new stuff.
We might be in a new studio then. We might not. We might still be here, which is great because this is a lot of fun to be here and do our thing. I got a lot of music coming out with my projects. So it's going to be good. I'm excited about it. So congratulations on 10 episodes.
Yeah, good job, man. I enjoyed it.
And thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for everybody who subscribed and keep watching our stuff and enjoyed everything. And we did this for fun. It's a lot of fun.
That's it, man. We have a good time doing this.
So, all right, we're gonna sign off. We'll be back whenever we're back. And thanks everybody for watching. This has been another episode of the NeverImage Radio Podcast. I'm Chris Dinardo.
Pat Bruno.
Take care.